When we planned this trip, we built in almost a week of buffer to account for weather delays, mechanical issues, etc. But the weather cooperated and we had no mechanical issues at all. So we were able to squeeze in some sightseeing instead. We wandered around a little bit, visiting family and friends in Nottingham, as well as stops in Belgium and Netherlands, before eventually landing in Hamburg. Along the way, we encountered some interesting ATC nuances. Join me in the cockpit and you can see for yourself.
All right, so we are in Scotland now, and we are heading to East Midlands. This is our first sort of non-overwater leg in a while.
Lima, we'll be able to accept departure by November. Takeoff run available is 1841 meters.
Affirmative, 13 Echo Lima.
13 Echo Lima, roger, taxi holding point in November, runway 30.
Holding point November 30, 13 Echo Lima.
November 13 Echo Lima, squawk room ready to copy.
Ready to copy.
November 13 Echo Lima, hold at November, squawk 5432.
5432, 13 Echo Lima.
November 13 Echo Lima, correct. Report when ready for departure.
Ready? Ready for departure, 13 Echo Lima.
November 13 Echo Lima, via November, line up runway 30.
Line up 30, 13 Echo November.
13 Echo Lima.
November 13 Lima, correction, Echo Lima, subsequent 300 degrees, 20 knots, runway 30, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 30, 13 Echo Lima. Alright, go.
Let's go.
Off we go. Brakes are released, power is coming in, full high idle.
November 13 Echo Lima, contact Scottish Control 124.825.
124.825. 13 Echo Lima. Scottish Control, Kodiak, November 13 Echo Lima, climbing out of 2,700.
November 13 Echo Lima, Scottish Roger, school card in.
Hi, Dan. 13 Echo Lima.
13 Echo Lima, climb now, flight level 130.
Climb to 130. Is it possible for 110? That's what we filed for.
November 13 Echo Lima, Roger, stop climb flight level 110.
Climb to 110, 13 Echo Lima. All right, so we got into the clouds around 5,000 AGL. We've got de-ice running because we see visible moisture. An IPS in bypass. And we're out of the clouds here at 6,000. And wings look clear. I think ice can go off.
Oh.
Now, we were only in bypass for a short period of time. Should we leave it on?
I don't know. Something that we have to find out.
We should research.
Now, we did research this. Actually, Mario researched this from the back seat using Starlink and found that once you engage the IPS bypass, you should leave it in bypass for the remainder of the flight. So that's what we did.
November 13 Echo Lima, Scottish.
Go ahead for 13 Echo Lima.
Your new requested flight level will take you outside of controlled airspace in about 40 miles. Are you happy to accept a service? Flight level 130 will keep you inside.
We're okay to do 1000 with limited services.
Roger.
What was the problem with her now?
So at 1000, she can't give me full services.
29 Juliet Kilo, contact Scottish 12.
So we only have limited radar services. Big deal. Okay, homework for us for this weekend is to figure out what deconfliction service versus traffic advisory service is. I think it's obvious, but we should verify it.
One of the unique things about flying outside the US is that the airspace is not exactly the same in every country. We didn't really plan for this other than getting the appropriate JEP subscriptions on all our devices and filing IFR flight plans along the way. But thanks to Starlink and a quick Google search, we figured things out pretty quickly on the fly. You see, in the UK, even if you're on an IFR flight plan, you may get routed through uncontrolled airspace, and that means you get a different type of service from ATC. There are a couple of different options. The first being basic service, where ATC provides general information that they think you need to know, workload permitting, of course. The next type is called traffic service, where ATC provides radar-derived traffic advisories. For example, they could say, traffic at your 12 o'clock, but then they may just as easily say, good luck, because separation is your responsibility to maintain. The next type of service, which is kind of the best, is called deconfliction service. This is sort of the highest level of support outside of controlled airspace, where ATC will not only call out traffic, but they will give you suggested headings, altitudes, or whatever they need to resolve the conflict.
The ATIS information is a little bit funky out here. Not only do they give you the normal things you expect, like what runway is in use and winds, but it tells you all about the runway conditions. And most of the time, they've always been just saying wet, 100%. So here we go.
East Midlands information. Acknowledge receipt of information. Golf. Time 1612. Runway in use 27. Runway 27. Runway condition codes 5, 5, 5. Wet, wet, wet. Depth not reported, not reported, not reported. Coverage 100%, 100%, 100%. Transition level, flight level 75.
Why they have to repeat whack, 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 yes, yes, yes.
November 13 Echo Lima, Scottish.
Go ahead, Scottish, for 13 Echo Lima.
Yeah, radar control service, sir. You can route direct now to Rockup.
Direct rock up. Can you spell that, please?
Yeah, it's the last point on the arrival. Romeo Oscar Kilo Uniform Papa. You should be on the Pole Hill 1 Echo.
Gotcha. Direct rock up. 13 Echo Lima. We are now briefing the chart. This is an ILS NDB approach, which is a really bizarre approach. And initially what it does is it routes you to a fix called rock up. Then it has you do a 360, go to some other fix, and then do another sweeping turn to this other fix, then swing out to the initial approach fix, the real initial approach fix, and then follow the localizer in. A crazy approach.
But in Jepsen it's different.
In Jepsen it doesn't show the rock up, and it doesn't on the government chart either. It just came up in the Garmin Navigator.
Did you load the Jepsen?
Yes, I loaded this, ILS 27, which when you choose rock hub as a fix, then it draws this crazy thing. So it turns out the confusion was that rock hub was a fix on the Pole Hill arrival with a charted hold. When we loaded it into the Garmin, it calculated what looked like a crazy route, but ultimately we just got vectors to intercept the localizer. As you might imagine, it took us a while to debrief this flight and figure out what happened.
I think that's the airport.
I think so. Yep, I think you're right.
November 3 Echo Lima, turn right heading 180 degrees for base flag.
Right, 180, 13 Echo Lima.
November 3 Echo Lima, turn right heading 240 degrees, descend to altitude 2,000 feet, cleared ILS approach, runway 27.
240 down to 2,000 feet and cleared for the ILS approach. 13 Echo Lima. On the localizer, on the glide slope. I'm just trying to slow down to get us to flap range.
November 3 Echo Lima, I have 737 traffic to follow you on final approach. If I could ask for your best speed, please, until 4 DME.
Copy, best speed till 4 DME. We're doing that right now.
That's great, thank you. November 3 Echo Lima, continue approach and contact tower 124.005. Goodbye.
Over to tower 124.005. 13 Echo Lima. East Midlands Tower, 13 Echo Lima, inbound on the approach.
November 13 Echo Lima, East Midlands Tower, good afternoon. Wind 300 degrees, 3 knots, runway 27, cleared to land.
Cleared to land 27, 13 Echo Lima.
We are right on glide slope. Perfect.
Right where we should be. Airspeed looks good to me.
Yes.
Slow down a tiny bit more.
Beautiful runway.
It is a nice runway, and the lights.
The approach looks like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, it's like a Christmas tree. that smooth?
That's very good.
Okay, I'm left to center line, but it was smooth. I was pretty happy with that landing.
Very good one.
You might be wondering, why did we stop at East Midlands? Well, one, we had the time, but more importantly, Lisa and I have family and friends in Nottingham, so it was the perfect excuse for a quick visit. And of course, no visit to Nottingham is complete without visiting Robin Hood and the oldest pub in England. The next leg was rather uneventful. From East Midlands, we flew across the English Channel to Ostend, Belgium, which is a quaint little town near Bruges and Ghent. After that uneventful leg, we had a rather exciting one next, from Ostend, Belgium to Twente, Netherlands. Let's jump into the cockpit so you can see what happened.
November 13, Echo Lima, Ostend approach, radar contact. Continue climb, flight level 100, direct to Pampus, that's Papa Alpha Mike.
Direct Papa Alpha Mike and up to 10,000. Flight level 10. 13 Echo Lima. Gotta get used to flight level 100.
Yeah, just to confirm, flight level 100.
Flight level 100. 13 Echo Lima.
This is 100.
Yes. 10,000 is 100.
Okay. And the flight level change here is 7,500.
Flight level change, what do you mean? That's a good question. I will tell you in one moment. That is flight level 4,500 is where it becomes standard. So
I go standard now.
yeah, go standard now. So this is another unique nuance. In the US, flight levels only start at 18,000 feet. Here, they apparently start at 4,500 feet, and that means when the flight levels start, we switch from local altimeter to standard altimeter. So this is another interesting nuance. Normally we file either an IFR flight or a VFR flight. This particular flight is filed with a code Yankee, which is IFR to VFR, which means we take off IFR, but as we get to closer to the airport, they'll switch us to VFR because this is a VFR only airport. There is no control tower, there is no instrument approach, so we're really winging it. All right, we're talking to Amsterdam Control. We are in the Netherlands. We're about 60 miles away, and we're beginning our descent. We have kind of a broken layer here below us. We're on an IFR flight plan, but it's IFR to VFR. So we have to get under the clouds, and then we can be VFR and talk to Twente radio. This is an interesting airport. It is a non-towered airport, but unlike non-towered airports in the US, this one actually has a person physically there monitoring the radio. They don't have automated weather. Instead, when we get closer, we'll call radio and ask them for an airport advisory.
And we don't know which QNH we have to use.
We don't know which QNH. We're still in the flight levels, so we stay standard when we're in the flight levels. And when we get lower, then we can, when we talk to radio, they'll tell us what the real QNH is. Okay, Lisa's asleep again. Same test. Can you land the plane without waking her up?
Okay.
Let's see. For reference, I've never been able to, but let's see if Eduardo can. Twente radio, Kodiak November 13 Echo Lima, 21 miles to the west. Request airport advisory.
November 13 Echo Lima, Roger. Will be runway 23. Tango arrival, QNH is 1022.
1022, and understand Tango arrival for 23.
Echo Lima, descent altitude 2000 feet. Now report able to cancel IFR.
Down to 2,000, and we'll cancel IFR now, and we'll go to the Tango arrival for runway 23.
November 13 Echo Lima, Roger, cancelling time is 0807, squawk 7000, frequency change to 20 is approved.
Same 7,000 on the transponder, 13 Echo Lima. Okay, and now we're going to go direct Tango. Send to panel, and then I'll just get Tango going so that...
Enter.
November 13 Echo Lima, this is Twente, do you read?
13 Echo Lima, we read you now.
I read you now, Roger. We are expecting departure traffic shortly in runway 23. Confirm your inbound Tango.
We're going to be direct Tango, understand departing traffic, 13 Echo Lima. For now, let's just turn heading to the right, to the left, heading mode. It's going to be around there.
November 13 Echo Lima, you're familiar with the Tango arrival?
We're looking it up right now.
Okay. Just you make it heading to the north now.
Heading north, 13 Echo Lima. We need to be heading straight 360. We're going to do it off the chart here.
Right 360.
360.
Okay.
A little more left heading. A little more left. Maybe 3.
November 13 Echo Lima, you give me a call when you have the procedure at hand, please.
We've got the procedure at hand. We're loading it up right now, 13 Echo Lima. It's not working through the iPad, so I'm going to load it up this way. There we go. Tango. Tango Spain. That's not right. Let's just follow the chart to Tango, and then from there we'll go to X-ray. Let's get Yankee after that. And radio 13 Echo Lima. We have the Tango approach loaded.
Roger, Tango procedure 23 right hand.
23 right hand, 13 Echo Lima. Down to 1,500. And then we're going to do direct to X-ray next. This is crazy. We're flying it entirely by this. Those waypoints are not in the database. Okay, we're giving up on the waypoints. We're flying this off the iPad and hitting the approach. We're following the approach plate.
So what happened here is that there is a VFR arrival procedure into this airport. We thought this would be no problem because we had the chart. Unfortunately, this arrival procedure was not in the Garmin database. Worse yet, the GPS fixes on the chart were also not in the Garmin database. So we flew this arrival using nothing more than the heading mode of the autopilot, a little bit of hand flying, and the geo-reference chart on our iPad.
Twente radio, 13 Echo Lima is entering the right downwind for 23.
Roger, that's copied. Check, there's hardly any wind.
Well, this was an exciting approach. Oh, nice. Beautiful.
The thing, please, sir.
November 13 Echo Lima, continue down the runway, take the first one to the right.
First exit to the right, 13 Echo Lima.
All right, we've officially made it. We are in Twente, Netherlands. This is kind of the pre-migration event. We got half a dozen Cirruses already on the line and a few more in the shop. And we're waiting for 2 more airplanes to arrive, and then we're going to begin an event inside the hangar.
The final leg was from Twente, Netherlands to Hamburg, Germany. Thankfully, this was another uneventful leg, but perhaps the most significant because it was the final stop on our eastbound journey.
All right, we made it. We're in Hamburg now. We just landed. We got a scenic tour of the taxiways just to get to our parking spot, but we're here. It's been over 4,800 miles to get here, but we have reached the halfway point of our journey. And look at our stylish vests. They love these vests out here. So we're wearing them so we don't get into any trouble out here.